Right, me and Badger, let's go in a walk. We're going to carry on up the Pennine Way from where we left off yesterday. In fact, we're going to go to the bridge and up where we went yesterday instead of going round by all those sheep. And we're going to saunter along the Pennine Way for probably about 3 to 5k, not ever so far. And there is a nice brook up there apparently, if it's still got any water in it. And hopefully there'll be no stiles, because Badgie's a big dog to get over a stile. Aren't you, Badge? Hey? You're a big dog to get over a stile, aren't you? Yes. So, and since I haven't got a harness for him that'll fit him to help me lift him over, if we come across any stiles we can't get over, then we turn around and come back. So, but it's spitting rain slightly, overcast, and but it's still warm, very warm. I did put a jumper on this morning when I walked with all the others, and I wished I hadn't, so I had to take it off. So, but I've got a jacket and all the emergency kit, same as the other day, and got a waterproof jacket and a fleece. So we're prepared for everything. I've just not got waterproof bottoms, but if it rains, it don't matter if I get my trousers wet. They're a bit of a, this material, the water runs off it quite well, so it'll take a while, or it'll have to be heavy rain before it comes through. So I get off and get up onto the Pennine Way. Well, trust there got to be sheep where we're going, eh, Badge? Across the bridge, and we're going up that hill there when we get to the right path. I know, sheepy Badgie, you've got to stay on until we get past the sheep. Actually, I could have done with your longer lead, couldn't I, babe? Should have put your longer lead on. There's a sheep. Sheep, you going to move? Hey? Are you going to move, sheep? Are you going to move? You get past these sheep. There we are. Move them on just to go in the way we want to go. Right, let's get across this bit of a river. Hey, Badge. There we are. Back to the bridge. And then up the hill. We can find a way of getting up. Mark says you can get up this way somewhere. He's been here taking photos this morning, hasn't he, Badge? Mark's not coming with me again. Mark can't do long walks. Not that 5k is going to be long, but uphill 5k is not in Mark's vocabulary, is it? I'm going to let you off up there. There we are. Just might make it a bit easier for me. Badge, wait. Waity, wait. Badge, come here. Let's rush it down there. Come on. we are now up on the Pennine Way, and even though the sun's not out, I've got to say it is terribly humid. The sweat is dripping off me, and I've only walked up a little hill, so we'll see. Midges, I haven't brought my hat, and that's where I always get bit on my head. I didn't bring my hat because it weren't sunny, so we'll see. Keep an eye on Badger because I don't want him to get too hot. We will trundle along the Pennine Way until we get fed up or too hot, and then we'll turn around for home. So here we are. Sweat's dripping in my eyes now. We're going to walk up this valley. That valley over there was where I went across the tops to Black Hill. If we go this way, we can. It still takes us to Black Hill, but we're not going that far. But it goes round a lot of other hills, and I think we cross a lot of fords this way. Not sure whether there'll be any water in them at the minute. There doesn't seem to be much water anywhere. I've had a few spots of rain, not enough to even really call rain this morning. But I'm prepared for the rain, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And we had a little incident. With the caravan tap. When you switch it off, the water stops coming out of it, but if you don't turn it another click, the pump still keeps running. So we went out the other day and left the pump on all day, so we now are very low on battery, and we haven't paid for hookup. So we have got a spare battery, but the spare battery never gets used. So Mark's not sure how good it's going to be, so he's going to change them over and see if the other battery's any better. We are thinking perhaps going home Friday afternoon instead of Saturday morning. Especially if it starts raining heavy, because it's better to pack up in the dry than in the rain. But we'll see what happens. So carry on along here, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Down there, you probably can't see it, there's a bit of a path. I think it comes up through this bracken, so I think whoever comes up it next has got a bit of chopping the bracken down. But then there's a stile, there's two sheep at the side of it, you probably can't see it, might just see two white dots. Well, below, if you go down into the valley, is the river, and that's where the bridge was, where this we've been letting the dogs go every day, and there's quite a few photos that you might have seen on previous days' videos. So we're going up here, and I'm going to see if Badger wants a drink in a minute. He's doing an awful lot of puffing and panting, poor lad, aren't you, darling? So we're making his way up this valley, but we'll probably be going up on the tops, but following what would be normally a river. It's more like a dry riverbed at the minute. Well, I think we're about to go into the bracken. Whoop. Very stony. So go watch your feet. Oh, tick heaven. Oh, luckily it's only on one side. It opens up a bit. We're all right. Still a bit misty up high. We've got a bit more of a breeze now than we had, so I'm not quite as hot. and just going really slow, plodding along. Badger's miles in front. Because I didn't want to make Badger hot, but Badger don't seem to be bothered. Badge, where you gone? Here he comes. It's a bit hard on your little feet. Go steady. I know, I can see that was a little bit of a limp then. Just go steady. Has a bit of a problem with an ankle joint. And it's getting worse as he gets older. So this is why I was only going steady. But you see, the silly dog forgets that he has these problems. This is the first ford. This is why Badger was hurrying. Are you sat in it, Badge? They're nice. So, I'm assuming we go up that path. I know there is a path there, but so I'm assuming we go over here. Oh, Badger's laying down. Are you getting nice and cool? Right. Do I try and cross with this camera in my hand? Seeing as I haven't got the waterproof cover on it. Might be slightly awkward. Oh no. That wasn't bad at all, was it, Badge? You go and get yourself all wet then. Go in there and get yourself all wet and cool off. Lay down in it. That's a good boy. They're nice. Come on then, let's go. I think we've got to go up this hill. Pick the easiest way up. But you can imagine how wide and deep that little ford would have been earlier on in the year when we had all that rain. So off up this hill we will probably film at the top, which I think is all the way up there. Well, that's a view from nearly the top, and down there is a little stream we've just crossed. And we're going up there. Badger's good at finding the easy routes. He goes up and then he seems to come down a different route which is less stony. Take this one. Badger went up the other one. And here he comes, look, he's coming round the corner and coming back to me down this one. It's making my life a lot easier. You're a good dog, aren't you? Finding Mummy the easy paths. Not that any of it's that easy. Is it, boy? Still going up and up and up. I think that's been the theme of this holiday. Well, this is the top of the first hill. We've got a little bit of flatness here, and I can see the dried up riverbed below. That's the valley going down. That's where we've walked up to this big rock, and now I think we've got to go to the next hill, which is here somewhere, I think. Well, you can tell how dry it is. Look at this. This would normally be very boggy. You can see where the water collects. And you can see where people's put the foot in and sank when it's been wet. Like I was saying the other day on my other long video when I went a long walk, this area is known for its bogginess and wet. This is really unusual because even in the summer in the Peak District we normally get quite a bit of rain. So to see it like this is very unusual. And I've put my trail shoes on instead of my boots because there's no need. It's that hot. If I walk across a ford and get my feet wet, they dry within no time at all. I went in the river yesterday with the dogs, and the time I'd walked back, not only was my shoes just about dry, but trail shoes are designed to dry quickly, my socks were as well. Couldn't believe it. You just have to watch your footing round here. If you've got bad knees, this is going to be a bit hard on them, especially going back. I do have an iffy knee at times, but not bad enough for this terrain to play it up. I think we must be going up there. At least there's no sheep, so Badger can stay off. Well, there is actually, but not near the path. Quite a way away. Another climb just starting, so to save you hearing me puffing and panting all the way up, I'll see you later. Well, 3 hills later and I found a waterfall, so Badger's going to be happy when we get to the top and find where we can actually go in. I don't know whether you can actually see it. Badger, don't go down there! No! Get back up here. I know you want a drink. Just got to be careful because Badger's itching to get in the water. Badge! And I don't want him falling. Hold on, this step's a bit steep. Falling down the... Watch where you're going, don't go backwards. Falling off the edge of the cliff to get to the water. If you can see, sweat is dripping off my nose. It's really bad, isn't it, Badge? If it gets much hotter, we're going to have to turn back. For Badger's sake, doesn't matter about me. I've got plenty of water and I'm perfectly fine, but I'm worried about the Badge. Come on then, if you want to go in this water, go on. This way? We wanted to go in the water. Go on then, get in. Is that nice? Good lad. Do you want to lay down in it? Badge? Do you want to come and lay down in it? Lay down. Lay down in it. Good boy, lay down. What the hell then? I think there's as much water running off my face as there is. No, Badge, not that way. Up. Up. Badge, no. You got to go up. Yeah, we've got to go way up here. I can't make my mind whether it's spitting a rain or it's the sweat dripping off me onto my hands. Oh, I can feel cool as we get to the top of this. Bloody hell. Walk about steep. I'll be puffing and panting by the time I've got to the top. Let's have a look round. See where we've come from. Still very misty. Continue upwards. Last push to the top, and I think this will be the very top for a bit. And we get to the top of the ridge. Should be a bit flatter, I think. Oh, Badge! Badger! Here! Here, there's a sheep. Good boy. Come on. Come here. I know you. You're stuck on a stone, aren't you? Come on then. Come here. Badger. Come on, I know. It was all stony, wasn't it? You couldn't get past. Wait there while I get your lead out. Right, go on, put the badger on the lead while we get past some sheep. Well, you'd think we'd be at the top, wouldn't you? We're not. We're not quite to the top of the ridge. There's the ridge, and that's where we're going. Isn't it, Badge? And then we're going to sit on the top and have a rest. Trouble with bringing Badger, you get too hot, don't you? With all that fur. You're better off as a winter dog, aren't you? So we've stopped for another drink for Badger. It's a good job there's all these little streams. And just going to get to the top where you can see all these big rocks, and going to sit on the top of there 5 minutes and make us mind up where we're going next, aren't we, Badge? Well, the view back down is very misty. You staying still, Badge. Don't you go wandering off, because there's a sheer drop off the edge of this. Yeah, you lay down. You lay down. Oh, very misty, but a lot cooler up here. Nice breeze. So, them big black stony edge up there is called Black Chew Head, apparently. I just looked on the map. But, I think Badger is a bit tired and he's licking his bad leg, so I think we're heading down. There's no need for us to go any further. We just wanted to come up here and have a look and sit on the top, because it only goes to Black Hill, same way as same place as I went the other day, but I went over them hills, and actually I think it's an easier path over there when it's dry. I suppose it's not when it's wet. I've been talking to a man on the campsite that comes a lot and walks, and he says you avoid that way where I went when it's wet. She says it's really bad. He says everybody goes the Pennine Way, which I'm on. Peak Trail. Peak District Trail, right. So we're going to sit here and give Badger a good rest, and then we're going to go back down, because it's a bit warm for him and it's really hard going on the feet and the legs, and I don't want to end up having him with another injury. So but we're enjoying sat at the top of this hill and just past them little stones, just the rocks there. It's a sheer drop straight down. So Badger's staying on the lead, aren't you, dog? And then we're going to make us way back down again. So I not film on the way back down. You've seen it all on the way up. We're only going the same way. So a nice little walk up Pennine Way, up the valley from Crowden. No, not Crowden. Crowden. I always say it wrong. It's spelt Crowden, that's why I say it wrong. Crowden. So sit here for a little while and then head back. I don't know whether you can read this. It says danger, deep bogs. Please keep to the main path. Now, I didn't spot that on the way up, but this more than likely will be that section that had got the flagstones in the middle of what looked like it would have been wet. Badge, this way. If we weren't having this type of weather. So this is what I was telling you about. You have to be very careful in this area. Same as when I went up the other way. You could see where it had all dried out. Badge. So if he was coming up here later on in the year, or even if we had a wet summer, you really better be careful and watch where you're going, because some of the bogs are really deep. I mean, deep enough to suck you in. So not just get, lose your walking boot or something. So you do have to be careful what you're doing, and if you're aware of these things before you set off, it's better than just wildly bumbling into a big bog and getting yourself into trouble. But that goes for the dogs as well. If you've got dogs with you, if it looks boggy, don't think that they can just run through it and they'll be perfectly fine. Keep them on a lead, because they can suck a dog in just as easy as they can suck a person in, and some of them are really deep. Badger, why did you go over that great big rock? Why did you go over that great big piece of rock when there's a nice easy path here? Eh? I don't know. Silly boy. But look, that's dried up. That would be full of yucky mud normally. And there's another one just down here. And I know a lot of you that may watch my channel have walked these hills just like I have. But there is a lot of people out there that decide to come out for the first time and don't bring emergency gear. They don't even wear the proper gear for walking in. It's not really a good idea. And we have seen women in high heels trying to get along places like this. stupid. And then they wonder why they fall and hurt themselves. And it's same with young children as well. Now I bet this is the point that they meant, because you can see where this all looks like it would have been wet, and this is why they put these flagstones in, to try and get over the boggiest bits. And this is the bit I showed you when we came in. Look, it goes right out there, and you can see where somebody's put the foot. I showed you that on the way in, didn't I? But now, look, now it's all dry. But this is what's a fire on Sandalworth Moor. This is peat, and when it dries out like this, it burns really easy. Oh, another massive, great big hill to go down. That's where we've come from, up there on that black rock edge. So we've got another massive, great big hill to go down. But there's me saying I wasn't filming on the way down, and I have done, haven't I? But I thought I would show you that sign, because I didn't see one coming the other way when I came up. But then again, you sometimes have your head down trying to get up the hills. There we are, not long now. I can see the bridge that the dogs play at in the morning down there. So not far and not too steep to go back down, but I am going to put the camera away because these are the type of rocks that I'm stepping onto all the way down. So that path down there leads us back to where we started from, so not far to go now. Thanks for watching.